Hello, my dear brothers and sisters. Greetings to all of you. It's my first time daring to talk about the American politics. As we all know, the American politics is world politics. Yeah. The American politics is world politics, my dear brothers and sisters. So whatever is happening in America is affecting me over here in Germany. I'm Priska Martens. I'm an African German. I'm originally from Cameroon. I've been watching American politics since over 20 years because what happens in America affects us there, even in Africa. Even in my village in Ogomoko over there in Africa, in Cameroon. So I've been so keen watching American politics. And I love that energy in American politics. It's so beautiful. I always tell the people, my peers, I tell them that America is that country where anyone has its own place. And any voice can be heard. But until recently, I started realizing it's not the case. Something has changed. I watched American politics when Bob Dole was contesting with Clinton. I watched American politics when George Bush was contesting with Kerry. I watched American politics when Barack Obama was contesting with John McCain. I've been watching American politics. I love that energy. I love to see how you guys go through your primaries and then the party gets the best candidate. I love that. But this year it's so different. It's so different. And something is missing in American politics. But I want to speak to the Americans, but maybe most especially to my Africans, fellow Africans in America. Whether you're from Africa or you're not from Africa, but if you're a Black American, we say Africa is your home. So we say African Americans. But something that pissed me up, not only now, is that I've noticed that the African Americans are known only when it's time for presidential election. When it's time for presidential election, those candidates, they run to the backyards of the African Americans. That is pesting me up. People who do not even know your names. They don't even know where you live. They don't know, they have no relationship to your neighborhood, to your lifestyle. When it's time for presidential election, they come and they say, I'm one of you. My dear brothers and sisters, you African Americans, it's time for you guys to wake up. Wake up. Don't be sold so cheap. Wake up. You have to be realistic. The fact that somebody is black, like you and I, does not make that person one of us. It does not make that person one of you. You know, I remember when Obama was contesting, I was excited. I said, oh, an African American and at last is getting to into that White House. But let's be realistic. What did you guys get? During that time, Obama rushed to your neighborhood. He said, I'm one of you. Of course, he has an African father. But you voted him because you thought he was one of you. The fact that Obama has an African father does not make him one of you. First, he has an African mother. Look at it. Who raised him up? It was not even an African who raised him up. So he's not even familiar with the African culture. His brothers and his sisters that he grew up with, they are whites. So Obama has very little relationship with the African mentality, with the African culture, with the challenges that the African men and women are facing over there in America. And now, Obama is introducing you another person, telling you this is one of you. And you guys are embracing Kamala and saying, oh, she is black. Yes, it could be she has a black father, even though her father doesn't really look black to me. Black is also relative. It depends on how you define black and what it means black. But the question is, how black is Kamala? What is the African? Or where is the African in Kamala? I don't see it. So my dear brothers and sisters, if you want to vote for Kamala because you think she's an African, I don't know where you saw that African in her. That's a woman, don't forget, who was happy putting our black brothers in jail, even for minor crimes. And she boasted about it. I don't know if you saw the video where she was boasting of her power, telling that she has an enormous power that she can use just with the tip of her pen and send somebody to prison for 50 years or so. And she was bragging about that power. She knows the power that she will have as a president. And she knows she can use it against her enemies. Now she knows your bedrooms. She knows the color of your kitchens. Just because she needs that vote. And as soon as you give her that vote, you will not see Kamala again. So if we want to vote for Kamala, they say, let's vote. You guys should vote for her because of the record. I mean, what record? The record of getting into politics by destroying another woman's marriage? Is that the record? Which record? I love her smile. I love to see people smile. I love to see people laugh. But I mean, there is time to be serious. Laughing and smiling is not meant for the serious atmosphere. It's not meant on the serious table. I wonder if Kamala, if she sits with Putin, if she would just be laughing. Is that what you're looking for? Look, she sent our black brothers and sisters to prison, bragging about it. And now she wants to distance herself from it. She wants to say she's different. How different is her? How different is Kamala? How is she different? How is she different from Biden? Birds of the same feathers, they flock together. That's why, even though she dropped very early, proving that she could not even contest within her own party, Biden chose her because they flocked together. Biden was really saying it, that the black men do not deserve to be free out there. That the only place that is good for them is in prison. He said, they will hit my mother in the head. They will hit my sister. They will hit my... So he thought the black men, the only place that is good for the black men is in prison. And discovering, knowing that Kamala has the same ideas, the same, that she has the same vision, the same picture in her mind, that the black men deserve to be in prison. Biden quickly chose Kamala to be his running mate, even though she didn't prove to be intelligent enough to be the vice president of America. And up to now, we've not seen anything that she has done to demonstrate the power that the American president needs to show to the world. And now, you guys want to just send her to the White House just like that. Just like that. Why? Only because she's contesting against Donald Trump. But look, Donald Trump is not a perfect man. He has his own past. He's not a perfect man. But let me tell you the one thing I like about this man. He is so transparent. He speaks what he has in his stomach. He speaks from his own point of view. He speaks from how he sees things. Kamala speaks from what people tell her to speak. And that is what she's dishing out to you guys today. She comes and she tells you what Michelle and Barack tell her to say. That's why she cannot give any open interview. She only can choose selected media and give interview. She cannot give an open interview. You want to vote, send a woman who cannot answer a simple economic question. Are you not concerned about the economy of America? Are you not concerned about your dining table? Are you not concerned? I'm concerned, because when the World Trade Center collapsed, the world collapsed. We all suffered. We all suffered. So please, you have to think again. It's not because you hate Donald Trump. Look at his the 4 years he was in the White House. We need somebody that can negotiate peace. Somebody that can stretch a hand to an enemy for the sake of peace. When he went to North Korea, you guys criticized. Oh, he went and met the North Korean dictator. Unless you can meet that North Korean dictator, then can you change something? And he did it. When Obama was contesting, just like I said, I've been following up American politics for over 20 years. When Obama was contesting, you know, one of the things Obama talked about in his campaign, not when he was president, he said he would want to build up a good relationship with Russia. And that was not a problem. He said Russia and America, that they needed to come together on the same table as friends and talk. It was not a problem. But when Donald Trump was contesting and tried to build up a good relationship with Russia, oh, it became treason. Oh, he met with Putin. The last, one of the last meetings Obama had with Russia, if you guys remember, what did he say? He said, when I'm out of the White House, I'll be flexible. Nobody said a thing about that. That was okay. If Trump had said that, that would have been treason. You know, my dear, I want you guys to think properly. I'd love to see a woman at the White House. I'd love to see that. But a woman who fights her way to the White House. The channel that Kamala has taken to get to be the Democratic nominee, it's a dirty channel. Somebody who could not contest with other candidates within her own party. Just like that, you want to send her to the White House. I've not seen her proving that she can stand as a strong woman in front of the Chinese president and take her own decision. I am not sure. She has not proven that she can sit with Putin and change something there in Ukraine. She has not proven that she can bring peace there in Gaza, that she can stop that war. She has not proven. She cannot even differentiate between America's friend and America's enemy. She cannot differentiate. And you want to send her to the White House. Now they are drafting speeches for her. They are drafting and giving her, telling her, this is, if you watch most of her speeches, you see that she's reading. She's taking points. She has been told to say this and that. And she's getting it from what she has been told to say. And when she becomes the president, will she be waiting for people to tell her what to say? She does not even know what she believes in. We do not even know. You do not even know. Today she's for fracking. Tomorrow she's not. Today she's African American. Tomorrow she's Indian American. She can be anything. But you have to stand for what you believe. And you have to let the people know clearly what you believe so that they know what they are following. My dear brothers and sisters, fellow Americans, think again. It's not because you dislike Donald Trump that you will get somebody that will lead us into a third world war. She has been in the White House for almost 4 years now. It's over 3 years. What can she say that she has done? She cannot distance herself from the chaotic withdrawal of America from Afghanistan. The vice president is there to give the best advice to the president. And if she could not advise on how to tactfully withdraw from Afghanistan, where is the strength? Where is the power? Where is the diplomacy? So, we have to be careful. We truly have to be careful. Especially you, the Black Americans, the African Americans. I'm coming back to you again. Because when it's time for election, everybody runs to your backyard. Everybody runs to your backyard. I remember there was an African American boy, Trayvon Martin. This boy was, I think, 19 years old. I still remember that how it happened. This boy, I think he was coming from school in a neighborhood, and a guard in the neighborhood followed him and finally shot him dead. When this boy died, Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State. Hillary Clinton did not even call. She didn't say a word. Nothing was said. But you know what? When Hillary Clinton was contesting against Obama within the primaries, or I think in the presidential election against Donald Trump, I don't remember very well. But I saw Hillary Clinton going and fishing out that boy's mother. She brought her to the stage, a Black woman. Why? She wanted to prove that she was standing up for the African Americans. But when that boy died, she was in power as the Secretary of State. She had the power. She could have done something. She didn't. Yes. She did that when she was contesting with Donald Trump. Yeah. She went and took, and this boy did not even grow up with his mother. He grew up with his father and stepmother. But she went and she took the mother on her campaign platform and brought her next to her. So she knew this woman only when she was contesting for election. Now Kamala, she knows most of you. She's look at the on her one of her events. She brought African people to demonstrate, people who would expose their stomach, as if Africans do not have something better than that. People who would stand and shake their buttocks. That is the level of the Africans. The Africans are saying that Donald Trump is, we're saying that Donald Trump is he's insulting us, calling us shithole countries, that we're coming from shithole countries. My brothers and sisters, those of us who have migrated, if our Africa was not really that shithole country, we would have been there. We would have been there. And I think we should celebrate Donald Trump saying that to the hearing of our African leaders. They should disprove him. They should disprove Donald Trump that Africa is not made up of shithole countries. Why are the Africans so desperate to leave Africa if Africa wasn't really that shithole country, made up of shithole countries? Like I said, I am not an American. I'm not living in America. I do not even intend to visit America. Because the one thing I hate in America, these shootings left and right, it scares me even if I will be sitting in a bus. Here in Germany, it's beginning to happen, but I'm sure it will be suppressed. Because we trust our police people. But like I said, what is happening over there in America is affecting me here in Germany. I gave the example. When the World Trade Center collapsed, the world went down. So let's not be fooled. Donald Trump is that kind of man. He's that kind of a man that, we know what he says. He does not hide his feelings. You know why? He's not being bought. Look at the kind of money that people have pumped into Kamala's election campaign just to get Donald Trump out. It means even a mad person contesting against Donald Trump will still receive this same momentum, only just to get Donald Trump out of the way. Is that what we want? She should have fought her way to the primaries on a clean path, but she chose a dirty path. There are many Democrats qualified that could have contested against Donald Trump. Maybe they would have won. She would say, she would want to, she's standing up for abortion. I'm a woman. It is sad that sometimes we are faced with these choices of committing an abortion. But I think it is not something that should be promoted. What needs to be promoted is how young girls and women can avoid being pregnant in the first place when they are not ready. Being pregnant and aborting that child is a sign of recklessness. We women, we should admit that. It's not in all cases. There are some cases where maybe somebody has been raped or whatever. But in a case where a woman who is free has the right to making her choices, and then she gets pregnant, I think we should promote how people can avoid being pregnant when they don't want to. So for her now to stand up that, oh, she will promote abortion, it's not something the world needs to encourage, to celebrate. And she's saying it only because she wants the votes from the women. My dear women, we can stand up for another woman, but a woman who walks a clean path to leadership. Kamala has not proven that she can design her own policies, defend them, analyze them, and sell them to the American people. No, she's now relying on people like Obama doing all that work for her. That is why she cannot answer any question. She cannot answer any question. A simple question on inflation was asked her. It's like she did not understand what inflation meant. She just didn't understand. She was just answering it like as if you asked that question to a primary school child. But that is somebody that is going to be the president of America. We should be concerned. I am. And that's why I want to say, get Donald Trump again to the White House. I know my German friends wouldn't want to hear this, but that is where I stand. That's where I stand, because I like his transparency. I like that we can predict him. I like that we know where he stands on. Yes. So, I would say, you guys should get Donald Trump back to the White House. We need peace in this world. And we need somebody that can negotiate peace. Somebody who understands that taking this decision will lead to peace. Not somebody who just plays as if he's gambling. Look, America is not a country to have a gambling politician, a gambling president. America needs an intelligent president who knows the consequences of any action that he or she takes. So I think it's time. And again, to my fellow Africans who are there in America, don't allow yourself to be bought so cheap. Don't allow, you have to be wise. They should not always come to your doors only when it's time for election. You guys should stand up and say that era is over. It should not be that every 4 years, African Americans. It should not be that way. Just of a sudden, somebody who has never hung around you is today telling you, I'm one of you. You guys have to wake up there.